Alright everyone, it's Professor 005 back with weekly Thursday stream review. So I apologize for uploading the video so late on Monday. Because I should be actually uploading this video by Thursday, but I kind of procrastinated and I need to find some good time to to make this video. But anyways, we have, technically speaking, we have another Bang Dream collab with this one. So in BT13, so this time around we have MyGO, which is a new band in Bang Dream, and you can also notice that this is like a you can see the word Crysic over here, which we're gonna get straight into what it's supposed to be. Why is it not MyGO in the first place, right? I'll explain that. So that's yeah, I think that's all for now. So we can get straight into the news. But before we get straight into the news, if you do like my content over here, please hit like and subscribe. And yes, hit the notifications bell, stay tuned for more. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. And then we have the Grade 0, Start of Eternity, Tomori Takamatsu. Okay, so technically this is the same, it's a very generic D starter skill. So if you went second, if you wrote this card, if you being wrote upon, if you went second, you get to draw one, right? So technically speaking, Tomori is, for this one is technically a Crysic card. So apparently, what my friends explained to me who are into Bang Dream is that Tomori was actually originally a band called Crysic before she went to MyGO. So that's why it's Crysic in the first place. So so that's the her starting career in that particular band. So that's what it's supposed to be. And yeah, okay, it kind of wants to follow the lore and whatnot. So okay, yeah, sure, why not? Just to add the details, because it's not a MyGO card, so I just want to point that out. But this is also not a MyGO card. So we have the great one, Tomori Takamatsu, like the Shadow of Spring Tomori Takamatsu. So it is a Crysic card, it's not a MyGO card. When this unit is played by riding on the Grade 0 Tomori, you search your deck for up to one Haru Hikage, reveal it, and add it to your hand, then you shuffle your deck. Now Haru Hikage is also Bang Dream, like Morphonica, they also play like normal orders, and then you place them in the back row center rear guard circle in order to activate the abilities until the end of turn. So yes, that's what they do. So Haru Hikage is among the Bang Dream cards, the song orders that you will play. So you search one of them out, Haru Hikage, reveal it, add it to your hand, and you shuffle your deck. So it's pretty straightforward. After that, we have Haru Hikage. So this is a Crysic, not the MyGO card. So you play it, you put it in the center back row until end of turn. So when this unit plays on the put on rear guard circle, you search your deck or hand for up to one Crysic unit card with grade less or equals to your prepared fate. You call it to the rear guard circle, then you shuffle your deck. So which is good. So makes you have like an early rush. You get to call things early, and you can only Crysic card. So this is a Crysic effect, so which kind of relates to some of the cards that you'll be seeing later on. Yeah, so yeah, you can technically filter out. You can also try to filter out some of the Crysic cards from your deck, so which really makes it easier. But usually it's better to go for the deck first, right? So yeah. Anyways, we have forming a community of this Destiny Togawa. So she is from Crysic and it's not from Bang Dream. The skill is that when this card will be called to the rear guard circle, other than by effect of Crysic card, you put it to the drop zone instead. You put it to the drop zone even if it's not called. And second skill, auto rear guard circle. When your unit other than Crysic is placed on the rear guard circle during the turn, you put that unit into your soul and you draw the card, and this effect is mandatory. And yeah, so technically what is the self TLDR, to make things simpler, you cannot normal call it, and the only way that you get to call her out is to use a Crysic card effect. So the only Crysic card effect is only the Haru Hikage, right? So yeah. And when your other unit other than Crysic is placed on RCD real turn, for example like a MyGO card, you have to put that card into your soul and you draw one card. So it's kind of nice for that draw power, but yeah, kind of makes you lose that one MyGO unit. So you have to be very careful because like Bang Dream, like MyGO, technically like all Bang Dreams, this unit to have all of the 5 members to be there. in order to activate like their bonus abilities in a sense. To draw out its maximum potential. So that's it's very important not to call anything else other than a crisis card. That's Sakiko, and then we have the Grade 2 Tomori. This one is not a crisis card. This is technically a MyGO card at this point. And this unit is being run upon by the Grade 3 Tomori, which is the Innocent Cry Tomori Takamatsu. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, you choose up to one MyGO cards from among them, reveal it and add it to your hand, then you shuffle your deck. Okay, it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. And then you have a Peaceful Times for Kappa Mutsumi. Now the skill is a carbon copy of the same skill as Sakiko, so you can only call out by a crisis effect, and if there's anything else, if you call a non-crisis card, you have to put that card to your slot and draw one, right? So it's the same thing, except this time Wakaba is actually a Grade 2 and Sakiko is actually a Grade 1, so there's like 2 crisis cards for now, for both of them, so I'm not gonna like elaborate on it further. And then after that we have Hekiten Banso. This is a Grade 2 normal order for the set, right, for the MyGO this time, so this is not a crisis card. So the skill is that when your Tomori Vanguard attacks, right? I don't know why they put here Tokiko. It should be Tomari instead. When your Vanguard with Tomori in his card name attacks, you choose one of your front row MyGO rearguards and you get to stand it. If your opponent is Grade 3 or greater, you choose one of your other rearguards in the same column as this. As a same column as the unit that stand it. So technically, long story short, you can do 4 attacks at bare minimum with this type. And if your opponent is Grade 3, instead of standing like that one rearguard, you can stand an entire column. So which is pretty good as well. Then yeah, everything you can just stand the entire column, which is pretty good. Not gonna lie, right? After that we have the Grade 2 cards. So this will be a MyGO card. The Scenery Ahead Without Running Away, Anon Chihaya. So we have when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, you counter +1, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, you choose up to one MyGO card among them, you call it the rearguard circle, then you shuffle your deck. So that's the superior call a MyGO card, which is pretty nice. And auto right front row rearguard circle at the end of the battle that this unit attack, you bind this unit and you draw a card. So which is pretty nice. So not only she gets to bind herself and bind herself and you get to like draw one card, you can also like technically speaking you can use it to spray call something else. And provided she has to be the draw one card should be the front row rearguard circle, but she can just recall anything on MyGO card, which is kind of good. So she's a Grade 2. So this is really funny because like if you're fighting against Shoujo Doji, let's pray that your opponent just doesn't bot back the this card. Or if you're like probably like fighting against like Narukami, I think this is practically like no effect, so the bind is actually like kind of nice to like drop one. I would say that's kind of like good, I would say. Okay, now with a True Self Soyo Nagasaki, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, you choose one of your units and it gets power plus 5k until end of turn. So the 5k can be the Vanguard or can be the rearguard, doesn't matter, you can choose one of your units, she can even choose herself as well. So she's a Grade 1 by the way. When this unit boosts a MyGO, you saw +1 and when your opponent have to call Guardians from hand to Guardian Circle during the battle, they must call 2 or more at the same time, and then at the end of that turn you have to bind her, right? She has to bind herself. So technically speaking it's pretty good because like you have to force your opponent to two to guard at the same time. So if you restand with this, the Grade 2 order is pretty lethal as well, especially like if they can like swing for big attacks and then forces you to two or more like for 2 battles, right? So which is kind of nice. Yeah, I would say this is a very nice deck. To be fair, that I've actually like my friend like play tested with MyGO and it's pretty strong. Not gonna lie, you can do up to 5 attacks with this deck actually, by the way, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, so we have our Protective Lone Wolf Takishina. And then when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, so she's grade 1 by the way. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, you soul plus 1, you look at the top 3 cards of the deck, you choose out the 1 MyGO music card from among them, you relate it and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So it's technically the song order, right? But in this card, it's technically the music card. So alter from the hand or the rearguard circle at the beginning of your guard step that your unit with Tomori, if your Tomori Vanguard is being attacked, you bind this unit. You choose one of your units being attacked and gets plus 10k under the end of battle, so which is kind of nice as well. Not only like she works in, like on the rearguard circle, she also works in the hand, right? So you have to bind her, and then your Tomori Vanguard will get the 10k power. Now, if you have 2 of her, you can power it at the same the start of the guard step, which procs at the same time, I guess. Start of the guard step, you can just bind herself, and like one from the rearguard circle and one from the hand. It gives your the rearguard, like it gives like your Vanguard like 20k power, I think, until the end of battle. I'm not sure if it's only like you can only proc once. I'm pretty sure the timing, because that the timing is technically the same, I would say, if like provided if your hand is on provided if you proc your hand first and then you can proc at the same time. I would need some clarifications on that, but I think you can proc at least. I think you can proc twice, I think. But I might be wrong, so please correct me on that. At the least, she probably will proc once, which is already good enough, because like it's a defensive option, so it's good. Not gonna lie. So that's kind of good. And then we have Mayuita, and then it is a grade 3 MyGO normal order. At the end of the battle, the skill is that at the end of the battle that your Vanguard with Tomori Vanguard attack, if you have all of the MyGO members are non-Rana, Soyo, and Taki, in the card names you discard a card from your hand, stand off of your MyGO regards, and if your opponent is great, you return proceed plus 5k and after that. Now this is the card that actually makes the 5 attacks, like what I said just now. You should this card can actually do 5 attacks if you're playing this or the card, and not to mention that if your opponent is creature greater, then they get the power as well. So that one entire column will get another addition 10k, which is pretty scary. Not to mention because like cards such as Soyo can actually like plus 5k as well. And it's pretty good. You can do 5 attacks with this one, so which is nice, I would say. And then we have MyGO effect triggers. No, MyGO triggers, right? They are not effect triggers. Yeah, okay. We'll get straight into it. And also with the PGs. With the exception of the heal, you can play up to 8 copies of any of the triggers. And then you have the PGs, self-explanatory. And then this will be the grade 2, right? Okay, now this will be the grade 2, and this will be Rana. For left front row rearguard circle, when this unit attacks, you may have this unit plus 5k until the end of turn. If you do at the end of this turn, you bind this unit. So if you give her 5k, end of turn you will have to bind her, right? When this unit stands by the ability of your music card or your song order, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater until the end of turn, this unit perform drive checks during the battle that it attacks. So technically speaking, she can drive check for free. And technically speaking, giving MyGO with Tomori twin drive, and she can drive check. She can do like 3, like in one turn you can do like 3 drives as well. And if you combo with like Soyu as well, which like forces your opponent to like guard 2 or 1 at the same time, it's pretty scary. So if you really want to PG, you have to discard, and you have to guard with another additional card for that particular purpose of like giving a no pass. Other than that, it's like pretty like insane. If you like say like if you drive check, if you manage to like drive check a trigger, it's pretty much over if you give it 1 to pass, right? So it's pretty nice. So you can, if you like try to withstand her, let's hypothetically speaking, if you say that if you want to combo with I think if you combo with Soyo, and assuming if you don't, assuming if you persona rank, right? So you have like an 18k base at most, and then if you call Soyo, you can choose to give Rana the +5 king, and then when she attacks, she gets a 5k. So technically speaking, 28k with Persona rank is gonna be like 38k, right? And so when Tomori attacks, you can like stun all of the MyGO regards, and if your opponent is pretty or greater, in that particular situation, or the stun units gets 5k. So at the most, Rana will be hitting you for at least 48k with single drive, which is kind of scary. So you have to guard with 2 or more at the same time, thanks to Soyo's ability. So so it's pretty scary. So at most she can hit for 58 if you hit a trigger. So make sure you have enough shields to fight this. So I'm having like I have like a lot of hard time fighting this deck in Chrono Jet, not gonna lie. So and this deck can actually like pretty like can hold on for very long. It's technically I wouldn't call it like a stall deck per se. I would say that it's I would say that the hand size for this deck is like pretty huge, not gonna lie, and the attacks of this, like when you can do like 5 attacks with barely not much effort to try to like call things out, I think it's pretty good already. So it is pretty nice. And then you have the OT, right? 5 lost children moving on. So this is a Bang Dream over trigger. Doesn't matter if it applies to MyGO or Morphonica. Additionally, if you drive check it, the additional effect is that you choose up to 5 normal units with different names from each other and the same race as your Vanguard from the drop zone, and add those cards into your hand. So if your Vanguard is MyGO, you have to bounce back MyGO cards. So if your Vanguard is Morphonica, you have to bounce back Morphonica cards, right? So 5 normal units with different card names, which will be essential. Not only it is good for your defenses next turn, and if you can able to conserve it until for your next turn, you can call it out, and then do your shenanigans ability, provided with like the entire family there, the entire band is there. So the Bandori PGs, Bang Dream PGs does not have a race, so you cannot add them to your hand by this Otis additional effect, which is also needs to be clarified as well, because the PGs for this Bang Dream, does not specify whether or not it's MyGO or Morphonica, so you cannot bounce back the PG just to avoid that kind of like I would say not the loophole, I would say that like not to get that particular advantage, which actually makes sense. So props to Bushiroad for thinking ahead before like messing up, before like the card designs. Okay, now we have the Bang Dream effect triggers, which you can use in both Morphonica and MyGO. So generic, all of the skills is just plus 5k shield, this one plus 5k shield for the draws and the fronts, and this one the trick is that finish boosting, you put the soul and then plus 2k power to front of your units, and which is kind of nice. And then you have the each box will contain 2 boundary or text OTs, so one for MyGO and one for Morphonica, so as box offer, so which is kind of nice. The Bang Dream OTs will be Bang Dream OTs will be like box toppers, so it's not gonna be like super expensive, right? Now this will be Morphonica. This would be the Morphonica SP. They are all signed, by the way, so all the SP art, so which is kind of nice. And then you have also the MyGO cards as well, which are all technically signed and full SP art, so which is good. Very nice, not gonna lie. And I think that's about it, right? Do I have anything else? Alright. Okay, no, I forgot. Okay, now we have the actually like Innocent Cry Tomori Takamatsu. Now this will be the grade 3 card for MyGO. So act Vanguard once per turn, you soul blast 1, you choose up to 1 MyGO unit card in your buying zone and you call it to graveyard circle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you call up to 2 different names instead of 1. So this is why it's very important for so it kind of like links with the previous cards like Rana, Soyo, and etc, right? To try to like bind themselves at the end of the battle or during like your Vanguard is being attacked. So you get to Soul Blast 1 and you choose, if your opponent's like grade 3 or greater, you can call up to 2 cards from your bind zone. With different names obviously to to the appropriate rearguard circles, because those the grade 2s have to be placed on the correct radar circles in order for you to proc skills. So keep that in mind. And Act Vanguard, if there are no orders that have been played during this turn, you get to counter blast 1, you search your deck or drop 1 for up to 1 MyGO music card and you play it, and if you search your deck, then you shuffle your deck. So obviously, if you're playing like the if your opponent is grade 3, I think the best example, I mean like the best card to combo with this would be the grade 3 song order. But if not, the grade 2 song order is pretty good enough already for the restands and for the multi attacks. And if you're, if it's a grade 3 normal order, I think it's pretty nice that you can give like restand all of your MyGO and MyGO regards and give them 5k, provided if the one is grade 3 or greater. But even then, if you play the grade 3 like the song order, they still can do like at least like 5 attacks, so which is kind of nice, right? So different names, so you have to make sure they have different names by the time that happens, so which is nice. And then we have Morphonica team effect triggers and OT. So the OT is there, so this one is Morphonica's effect triggers, similar to everything else in this entire format. Okay, after that we have next week Thursday stream, we have Tekan Bushiroad PR, monthly Bushiroad PR for October, I assume, or for September. I think for October, I think it will be for October if I'm not mistaken. And a mystery PR, I don't know what would that be, but will it be Elementaria Sanctitude? Who knows, right? Okay, let's hope it's gonna be mystery PR. After that, PT 13 cycle card for Dragon Empire, which will be the one for the strike. Confirmed. That is then it's like the the undebatable. And it's pretty much undebatable at this point. It's gonna be the grade 3, the one that's for the strikes and for the discards and whatnot. Grade 4 support, technically speaking. Lyrical Monasterio 04 support for double rare and rare for Lutetia and Michu for a total of 4 cards. So Lutetia gets 2 cards, Michu gets 2 cards, so which is kind of nice. So one double rare and rare for Lutetia and 1 double rare and rare for Michu. So 4 cards, so I'm surprised that they are still supporting. The minor support is fine, I guess. It's too early for Lutetia and Michu to get like full-blown support, but I think that's kind of nice. So after that, I'm not gonna go through the cards today, but for in the English sides, PBT 11 card list is up, and fully confirmed set the promos of box toppers. Okay, so which is kind of nice. The promos are top like box toppers. So like I think with this one, Paladin and Misty Arc Habitat, I think it will be like box toppers, which is already quite nice. And I think these promos are technically is it like the Bushiroad Spring Press promo or tournament promos? I'm not sure yet. But the card list is there, so which is kind of nice. And then for English, we have Shiranui Strike Deck Set and Dua Strike Deck Set, which will be on next year, February 23rd for English. And then after that, we are getting a Dinosaur PR for, will be a possible grade 3 or a generic support, we'll see. So if you can see this photo over here, which is kind of like very small, but the says that it's like it's a PR card actually. I'm not sure where they say it's Dragon Empire, but I usually like trust the source to be it's a Dinosaur PR. I don't know where on earth they can find that. But that's fine. Okay, Dinosaur PR for monthly Bushiroad, which will be reviewed next Tuesday, so which is kind of nice. Alright, so there we go, we finally get to confirm. I think it will be like technically be like the monthly Bushiroad, like it's gonna be a Vanguard. It's not gonna be like a generic support. So what I mean is that it's technically like the what you call it, time stamping dragon, is like Paladin, is like Eldogramma. Who else? What's the Stoichia equivalent for the? No, Stoichia is technically Paladin. Megalonosuchi. Yeah, Megalonosuchi, if I'm not mistaken, is also like a Bushiroad, monthly Bushiroad PR. So you have like 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 5. Now all the monthly Bushiroad PRs, all nations will get a monthly Bushiroad Vanguard promo, so which is technically for Vanguard promos, which is technically nice. Petrarca as well. Yeah, don't forget Petrarca. Petrarca is also a lyrical version of the monthly Bushiroad PR, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's about it, right? Okay. I think that's I think I got that right? So if I got that wrong, please correct me in the comment section below. But anyways, I think I'll end this video right here, right now. If you do enjoy my video, so I hope you can stay tuned for more. And if I mentioned something wrong, if it did, if I said something which is like probably not inaccurate, so forgive me on that. Please correct me in the comment section down below, and I would love to have more feedback in the near future. So I'm really glad that some of my viewers have given me some opinions, feedbacks, and that's it. I think that's all for now for this video. I will see you guys on the next video, which is Tuesday night we will get new cards, so I'm kind of excited for it. Anyways, I will be ending this video right now. This has been Professor 5 Daniel.